Today's big headline event, Mercury entering Virgo, and will be there for an extended stay because of a retrograde. Now, the great news is that Mercury rules Virgo. Mercury loves being in Virgo. So Mercury is our thoughts, our words, and in Virgo, we're precise and we're clear in all that we think and all that we speak. Now sit back, relax, and let's explore the cosmic energies. And together, we can gain an understanding of how to embrace this energy, utilize this energy, and move it forward today and every day. Hi, I'm Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. Thanks for being here, and thanks for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. Welcome to your daily focus for July the 28th, 2023. I'm sorry about my absence yesterday. I told you all we were going to have brain fog, but I went out and bought a computer, and then I took everything apart, and then I couldn't reassemble it because, it takes money. I know that sometimes it's frustrating listening to my videos because the sound isn't good or the picture wasn't good and it was really, I was using an outdated computer for a new age platform, right? So hopefully this solves it all because I'm out of money. But I can't go and I can't get the Walmart $300 special, unfortunately. So what I did do though is I went to Studio 151. Here's their card. Give them a little shout out, Studio 51, and I'll hold this up if anybody wants to check them out and see what else they have to offer. We'll see if we can get that in so that you can pause your... It's not coming in. I don't think so. I don't think it'll work. Shoot. It was a good idea in my mind. I'll put the information in the box down below for you if you want to check them out. Okay? Let's go. So I needed a computer. Finally got a computer. Hopefully the sound is good. The picture is good. And all that jazz. So let me know. Okay? We have the 28 energy. Now the 28 energy is about... The 28 energy is really where some kind of test or challenge comes into play. And I call it a test because it's almost like we need to make the decision on what action or words that we want to use or way that we want to go, whatever it's about, that we're not just making it solely from our emotion, or we're not making the decision solely from our logic, but we're blending the two energies together and we're utilizing them in a very creative way to make some decisions, to make some new decisions. Because if we keep thinking the same way that we've always thought and making decisions, we're going to still make the same decisions. We need to put in more clarity and thought into how much emotion is in the decision, how much logic is in the decision, and ask that works together in unison for you. Okay, especially on a day like today. So 2 + 8 is a 10 energy, which is a good luck number. Okay, and the 10 energy is about seasons changing, chapters closing, new ones beginning. A lighter energy coming in for us. And 1 + 0 is a 1, and that is the trailblazer, that is the pioneer, that is the independent in us. That is the one who jumps on their stallion, holds her sword up in the air and yells, "Charge." Runs towards the challenges because we can see in our young, strong energy, we can see the successes on the other side of that challenge. And so that challenge being in front of us motivates us. That's the only motivator we need, is to recognize the challenge and decide to go through it. Maybe we don't have to go through it. Maybe we can go around it. But the point is we get to the successes that we can see on the other side under this energy. Now, if we look at the daily numerology, it'd be a 7 + a 1 + a 7, which is a 15 energy. The 15 energy is about our habits, our behaviors. And which ones support us, move us forward, keeps us healthy, keeps us mindful, keeps us spiritually in line. It could be, where we utilize our time, our energy, our resources in a way that benefits us, rather than it seeping through our fingers, so to speak, like sand, disappearing. So look at your habits, look at your behaviors, and where you need to change some things in your life. Maybe when you get up in the morning, you lollygag for the first 3 hours of the day because, you don't have to be anywhere. You don't have to do anything. But you should, and should is not a really good word. But you could. You could do something if you wanted to. You could meditate. You could journal. You could make the bed. You could get your day started earlier and getting your chores done before the world starts to move. There's a million and one things that we can do in our lives. Just tweaking it slightly can make giant improvements in our life. And so under 15 energy, it would be a really substantial good day to have sustainability in the new habits that we are trying to adopt. We have a 1 plus a 5, which is a 6 energy. The 6 energy is about relationships and growing them stronger. It's also about how we treat ourselves, how we love ourselves, as well as how we love others. So look at how you're caring for yourself. Do you put yourself number 1 or last place? Do you have belief in yourself? Do you know that you are worthy? Do you know that you are enough? Because you are. Sun is in Leo. The moon is in Sagittarius. So we have, Leo, we know that's fire and fixed, but Sag is fire and mutable. So even though we want to go with the tried and true, we have that fire energy of wanting to push ourselves forward, meet the challenges, go after the successes. So we are open to new possibilities, new opportunities, new ways of doing, new ways of perceiving. Now Mercury enters Virgo today, and it's there for an extended stay. And if Mercury has to stay longer in a sign, yes, be glad it's Virgo. Okay, Mercury will go retrograde and not continue into Libra until the first week in October, I believe. So it's quite a while for Mercury to stick around that long in any sign. Mercury rules Virgo. So there is a stronger energy. Our minds are sharper. And we have precision. We have precision in what we are speaking. And when it comes to our words, what we want, we want to cut through the clutter and get straight to the point. Dealing with details is natural, it's comfortable. And the Virgo is our energy to really figure out what has value and what does not. So we have the power to analyze information, edit documents, and we can be quite productive. Okay, so tapping into this cosmic energy opens us up to opportunities to really make true progress, because we cut to the chase. We don't get lost in all the adjectives and adverbs, all those fluffy little words that make it sound greater or worse than. We just want the clear truth. Now, just be careful, because we can almost push this to perfection. So be on the lookout for when we are starting to look for flaws. We could easily become overcritical and frustrated with ourselves, with others. Mercury's talking to Pluto today as well, which will put us in a serious mood perhaps. So if you're finding that serious, dark, deep thoughts kind of coming into play in your mind, turn your mind to research and maybe organizing your desk, the closet, whatever it might be, your calendar, whatever it might be. And the Sun and Saturn, as the day advances, they'll talk too. So we'll be weighing out our responsibilities and where we want to bring in joy in our lives. Okay, so we could have that self-doubt come creeping in. Perhaps it's a lack of faith. So what this energy tells us is that we need to take a break from pushing ahead. So take it back a step and think about what plans you have and where you may need to adjust those plans based on maybe some new responsibilities that you've taken on in the last little while. Okay, let's turn to the cards. Oh, they're talking tonight. They want to fly everywhere. Okay, what is our shadow card? Our shadow card is the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles here. Look at us sitting there. So this is how we should be today, okay? We should be strong and firm. with almost a peace of mind that through our voice going forward, because we are in blue here, the throat chakra is blue, and it's all about our thoughts and words, that our thoughts and our words are strong going forward. It'll bring in more abundance. We don't have to worry about the money that we have, okay? We freely put it out there because we know more, it'll attract more, right? If we hoard money, it doesn't attract, okay? It windows away. But when you constantly put that money out there, you're actually attracting money to come back to you. Okay, so it's about, the flow, right? Doing the flow. And I don't mean like flow at all. You want investments, you want the retirement fund, you want things, you want a nice vacation, you want to save for certain things. But there's a thing too where we can hoard, right? We can count our pennies and tip a little less, or, maybe whatever it might be, right? We start nickel and diming ourselves out in society, and when we nickel and dime ourselves out there and we show people our nickel and dime philosophy and act upon it, we become nickel and dime people, and therefore the money stops. So anyways, I don't know where that came from or who needed to hear it, but this card definitely says the storm is over. So if you've been going through a lot of challenges lately, know that the storm has passed. I'm having all kinds of problems doing this. Okay, first card, Queen of Swords comes out. The Queen of Swords is here to tell us that we have to nurture our dreams, our desires, our loves, our passions. That we're the only one that can put the flame under it. We're the only one that can create it. We're the only one that can mold it into what it can be. We're the only ones probably that can actually see the masterpiece that we have available to walk into, where others can't. So when people come and they start saying, well, that'll never work, or you shouldn't do that, or where's the security, or the market's already flooded, whatever they say, you use that sword. And you're holding it in the first position, right, of a swordsman, so that you can you're ready. You're ready to defend your dreams, your passions, if things get in the way. If people try and take a little bit of your glory or your sunshine away. You're all excited about something and you go and you tell somebody and they kind of flatline you like, oh yeah, so this happened to me, and they just kind of blip right on by your incredible news that you're so excited about, and it's just like a balloon. You just deflate there on the spot. And this is about protecting yourself, making sure that you are not allowing somebody else's opinion or somebody else's energy to put limits, to put a glass ceiling into place on you. And then we have the King of Swords out here. Well, the royalty is out, so we have to be diplomatic today. Chances are we will be. We will also be very intuitive today. So listen to that gut feeling. Back it up a little bit. Before you say, before you do, just back it up and think about it for a second. The King of Swords appears. Now, the King of Swords, I love the King of Swords. Also, look at how we're holding our hand in the first position on that sword. Get in my way, I'll use it. And he's very centered, focused on the end game of where he has to go. It's almost like he's looking at the bird's flight towards it. And if he doesn't see a path, he'll use that sword and make a path. He'll start hacking at those bushes, those trees, to make a path. So sometimes the path doesn't open to us, but we must somehow make a path ourselves. I remember being a part of an autism group, and where parents would come together. And so when new parents arrived, quite often the question for me was, two, and you work, how do you do it? And my one biggest piece of advice that I gave over and over again is sometimes you have to paint your own rainbow. Sometimes you just have to do it yourself. You have to create the happiness. You have to start the journey. Where there's nothing, you start to build it into something. And then we have the Empress. Wow, talk about royalty. We have a lot of female energy here on the board as well. The Empress shows up. The Empress is about new beginnings, birth, Okay, quite often in card decks, you'll see the Empress pregnant, very pregnant, sitting out in nature, usually near water. So she is that creative energy. She is that giving birth to something. So it's all about giving birth to a dream, a goal, a desire, not allowing people to tear it down. You, yourself, nurturing it in some way to make it beautiful, to allow it to grow into what it should be, the masterpiece that you see in your mind. The Empress is here to tell you to give birth to something or rebirth something, create something, get grounded in nature. You know, do a meditation by a stream or a waterfall. So I don't have a cold or anything. It's a tickle in my throat tonight. I'm going to have a sip of water. I think that might help. My apologies. Okay, what is the Oracle card today? It is You Are Worth It. You are worth it. The 23 energy appears, the 5 energy. You are worth it. I'm going to hold this up so that you can see it. And meditate on it while I read from the book, You Are Worth It. And see what you see. Okay? There's usually pictures within the pictures within the pictures. The only way you can accept, respect, and cherish others is by accepting, respecting, and cherishing yourself. Accept praise and credit when it is given to you. When you learn to be accepting, you allow your true potential to blossom. You can claim your worth and reflect that light to others. When you see yourself in this light, other people cannot help but respond to you, your personal sense of value. As you strive toward more self-love each and every day, you will find yourself infused with new energy. It is okay to walk away from relationships that minimize or hurt you. Enjoy the love of who you are. And remember, I have the 30 Days to Greater Self-Love available in my store to grow your self-love. And it's not a destination. It's definitely a journey. I'm just going to get another drink. Oh, my goodness. Hang on. Okay, an animal card. My apologies. And I just had to breathe for a second. So I just shut it down on camera. The fox. The fox is clever, of course. We had a family of foxes staying in the backyard. They were bringing up their litter. You are swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always to listen to your instincts. Resources surround you. Be open to romance. So you are wise, you are swift and smart. And we will be swift, we will be smart right now going into this energy. Solutions to problems are easily found. Yes, we would also talk about the research, the investigations that we can do. Always listen to your instincts. We've talked about that today. And what's the last part? Resources surround you. Be open to romance. Resources surround you, so maybe your habits and behaviors are utilizing or using up your natural resources that you do have available to you. A little bit of tweaking, open them back up to you again. And be open to romance. That's a little bit of the 5 energy too from our Oracle card. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.